Hey guys, so I'm back with another story for you. So, Business Insider. Oh, yeah, or is this actually? I thought it was Business Insider, but no, this is actually USA Today. So they're reporting that millennials lag older generations in the amount of expected wealth they should have. A new study shows. This is actually an article published on December 24th, 2019. So it is published the date of making this video, and this is actually quite scary stuff. So basically, America's largest generation may also be the most lost when it comes to wealth. All right, this is from USA Today. Millennials, or people born 1981 through 1996, are trailing in expected wealth accumulation compared to older generations at the same age. Okay, the study conducted by policy analyst Anna Hernandez Kent, lead economist William Emmons, and lead analyst Lowell Ricketts found an even more startling divide between millennials with college degrees and those without. In 2016, millennials with degrees had about 6% less wealth than expected based on the typical wealth held at the same age by older generations, but millennials who lacked degrees had 44% less wealth than older generations at the same age, a gap that Federal Reserves at St. Louis Emmons said was surprising. So here's where things are crazy. Millennials who have college degrees have 6% less wealth than millennials than boomers did back when they were back in the 80s when they were the same age. But millennials that don't have college degrees, they hold 44% less wealth than baby boomers did that didn't have college degrees back in the 80s when they were the same age. So as you can see, the opportunities have become so diminished today that back during the baby boomer generation, you did not have to go to college, and you didn't go to college, and you could basically take care of a family, start a life. You didn't have to do anything, buy a home. Today, we're actually seeing that millennials who have gone to college are actually earning less money today than baby boomers who went to college at the same age. This is guys, we're doing worse than baby boomers who went to college in the 80s. Okay? And millennials who don't go to college are doing worse by 44% than baby boomers. They have like 44% less wealth than baby boomers who didn't go to college in the 80s. Okay? This is insanity. It wouldn't even surprise me if boomers who didn't go to college back in the 80s, well, they actually do. They all have more wealth than we do right now, just to be clear. They have way more wealth than we do right now because it's been like 30, 40, 50, 60 years, you know? In 2016, the divergence could reflect economic changes that have buffeted that age group. Many enter the workforce during the recession just as wages plunged for high school grads. Even though the typical pay for high school grads has increased in the last few years, it still remains below its peak in the early 2000s. Guys, high school graduates are making less money now than they were making in the early 2000s. Think about that carefully. According to the Economic Policy Institute, at the same time, the wage premium for college grads has grown. A merry little Christmas. You got to be kidding me. Higher incomes give individuals the flexibility to build wealth, which could explain why millennials without college degrees are falling so far behind their better educated peers, Emmons said, but many other socioeconomic issues could also be at play, such as decline of marriage and home ownership rates for less educated Americans. While college-educated millennials may have an advantage because of their higher earnings, there's also a downside: the spiraling cost of higher education, which has far outpaced household income growth. Instead of saving to buy a home, in other words, millennials with college degrees are paying back their student loans, which could explain why they are also trailing older generations in wealth accumulation. The upshot is the Americans born after 1980 are facing challenges that older generations typically didn't deal with. The world changes a lot, Emmons says. Being a young person today is different, and maybe it's harder today than it was in the past. Maybe it's hard, guys. Maybe it's harder today being being a millennial than it was in the 80s when everything when there was when we didn't have the economic turmoil that we have now. Don't get me wrong, we had some hard times in the 80s, but not like today. Okay, the issue could lead to longer term problems such as a generation that's more reliant on Social Security than older Americans, Rick notes. Okay, so they're saying that they believe millennials will be more reliant on Social Security than any previous generation, but they're also suggesting that they will actually be Social Security to provide for us. And here's where things get more frightening. If that's the case, then that basically means that you would have millennials, people living in their 30s and 40s, living off social security, like $800 a month, which is not enough to pay rent. So basically you're going to have a lot of um, millennials living in extreme poverty poverty that is just unbelievable, like beyond the scope of anything we've witnessed before. All right. This is where we're at. Millennials only hold 3% of the nation's wealth, despite making up the largest generation in in the U.S. right now. Yeah, that's frightening stuff. But hey, on a positive, our generation is actually shrinking faster than any other generation right now. So I mean, there's that. Guys, don't forget, if you want to survive these hard economic times, the best thing you can do is to invest in cryptocurrency to ensure that you too will be able to make it through. You can actually head over to cryptomoney.academy and start investing in one of our courses. We have courses on every single thing. One of my favorite courses is actually an Expats Guide to Decentralized Banking and Off the Grid Living. So you can learn how to actually create your own bank account using only cryptocurrency, do all your banking needs, and avoid, the banks locking doors and saying, "Hey, man, sorry, there's no money here for you." Sorry, man, there's no money here for you. That's really how it is. We have some amazing courses: crypto investing mastery class. We have making massive profit mining cryptocurrency. We have using crypto to buy stocks honestly and make massive profit when the market crashes. We have make massive profit off cryptocurrency in a global recession. We also have an expat's guide to decentralized banking, off the grid living. One of my favorite courses that I know is going to help a lot of people is mastering crap coins, which teaches you how to find crap coins that will make you massive money. We have how blockchain actually works. We have how to choose and invest in altcoins that will increase by 100,000 times and make you massive profit. The strategy you must use to become a crypto millionaire, convert cryptocurrency without using an exchange, how to time the crypto market and make massive profit, and so much more. You can find links to all of these courses in the description of the video at cryptomoney.academy. Because guys, right now, the best thing you can do for yourself, the only thing you can do for yourself is invest in crypto, insulate yourself from the hard economic times that are literally upon us. That's all I have for you guys right now. Let me know what you're doing and then what you think about this headline from USA Today that millennials are the lost generation. Do you think it's true? I honestly do. At this point, only Jesus Christ can save us. Believe in Jesus, go out there, get your money, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.